Welcome back to another video, and I think I'm going to talk about urges and how we're visual people. I'm a visual person, and how I can't take days off on this journey. I can't take days off of the journey of being celibate. I can't take days off on the journey of my goals, my dreams, fitness goals, nutrition goals. I can't slack off for the rest of my life. And no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that, like, you can't take days off on, like, if you really want to achieve something, if you really want to be somebody in life, you can't take days off. You really can't. And I was watching the David Goggins podcast interview with Andrew Huberman, who I haven't heard in a long time, and just reawakened this flame. And yes, motivation is temporary, but I needed that rekindling because I kind of lost it. I was in a rut and doing push-ups here and there, runs here and there, I lost the consistency. And with it, the mind started just saying it was okay to have chips here and there, have a pumpkin pie, then not do my push-ups and pull-ups, or do it every now and then, and just losing that consistency. And if I'm not consistent, then the days just go by. It's like Groundhog Day. If any of you've seen the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, where he repeats the same day over and over and over again till he learns his lessons, till he just learns to just be a better person, be more of himself. And I'm going to keep repeating this cycle of this yo-yo effect of getting urges, seeing triggering material, getting close to relapsing, and then with that, having junk food. And like, I had chips last night, I had pumpkin pie last night, I had 2 different kinds of chips actually, and I finished the show called Rings of Power, and I didn't do my push-ups and pull-ups, and I didn't do my reading. It's just like, I felt so lazy the past few days. And with that, last night, I was just scrolling and saw some triggering materials, and instantly my mind started rationalizing and wanting to PMO and just saying, like, man, I can always start tomorrow. Let's download these dating apps. Let's message people to hook up. And let's look for triggering materials. And with that unconsciousness, this unconscious cycle, I was slowly dwindling down towards a part of me in the back, way back, because the part of me that was unconscious and slowly going down that rabbit hole, there was one voice and way back there that was just starting to just man, why? You know who you want to be, you know what you should do, why are you doing this? And I just snapped, man. I was like, fuck, why am I in the cycle? Why am I in these cycles when I know what I want? I know what I should do. I think we all know who we should be and what we should do, the actions necessary, the thoughts necessary to get there. And why don't we do it? Because we're always looking for outside answers. And yes, sometimes outside answers can trigger something within us to make that change, but we will never make that change until we just go silent from everything. And it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go of habitual patterns, habitual thoughts, habitual actions, habitual addictions that we've always done. We're creatures of habit. And if we've always done it, it's not going to be easy to start creating new neural networks, new neural networks in the brain. It's going to require a lot of uncomfortableness, suffering, pain, discomfort. It's going to suck. And we don't want that. We are creatures of comfort. And that's where David Goggins' message really resonates. He's not saying to break your body down, to run on injury. He's just saying, if you really have a goal and a dream in this life that you want to do an addiction you're trying to stay away from, it's not going to be easy. It's going to require sacrificing, and it's going to require going into this tunnel vision of hours and hours and hours spent working on yourself. And for me, if I want to be a trader full time, that's going to require thousands of hours reading hundreds of books, studying hundreds of charts, watching a lot of videos of my mentor and just looking at his charts and then just scrolling back to past and like going forward and just asking him questions. And it's going to require a lot. It's going to, then like if I want the body I want. Oh, except the running is more so less about the body, but more so about the mind. But the body I want, the hybrid athlete lifestyle body I want, it's going to require push-ups every day, pull-ups every day, strength training every day. If I want to eventually be able to do handstand push-ups, it's going to require me to get back into handstands every day. It's going to require me to have yoga, get back into yoga classes every day, stretch every day. There's only so many hours in a day, but I feel like we don't realize how many hours we waste on this phone, how many hours we waste on TV. I mean, watching TV, how many hours we waste just thinking of what we should do instead of just doing it. That's why I haven't, like, it's not about the goals for me. Yes, it's the goals, but it's also just the action, just the sheer act of reading, the sheer act of meditating, the sheer act of just doing and then doing and then doing and then doing. And then I hate talking about it. I hate talking. And I just don't, there's something in me that knows on the other end of all this discomfort and suffering and pain and suck, it's all going to make sense. And I know that I will look back. I'll look back at these videos. I will look back on the person I used to be with, like, the procrastinator, the putting off the discomfort as much as possible, the person who just, I'll look back and I'll say, I'm glad I just made a change that day, because how much time do I really have? So I'm motivated now, but I know there's gonna be days where I'm just like motivated one day, then the next day I'm like, I'm not feeling it. It's the same with like this run coming up. I have this run coming up, an ultra, and I really want 100 miles. Am I ready for it? I don't know, like so much like fear towards it. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I have no idea, like the complete unknown, right? We fear the unknown. So I'm excited, but I'm also just like, is my mind going to be able to push through that discomfort? It's never done it before. It's always given in at like the slightest discomfort. Like, can I run on blisters? Can I run while my stomach's like feeling like dry heaving? Can I get through each lap? Can I focus on the present moment and not look too far ahead? I don't know. I don't know. Like I know what I want, and I know what I've done in the past, and I know I want something different. But what am I willing to sacrifice? What am I willing to sacrifice? So yeah, race on Saturday. It's a backyard ultra, last person standing event. 4.167 miles every hour on the hour. I'm aiming for 50 to 53-ish mile loops, no, minute loops. So like 8, at least 5 minutes of rest between here and there. I don't need to take it any faster because I don't need that much time between loops. But my most loops in that event was 14 or 15, 50 some miles. And the nighttime got to me. The last time it was the night times and like stomach problems. So I have to be on point with like my nutrition, eating something every 30 minutes, and in between laps, just guzzling food down, sipping my Tailwind sports nutrition drink mix here and there, and just stay present every lap, because there will be laps where it's just like, fuck, we'll see. It's gonna be an adventure. And huge shout out to the Dickerson Bros, who got to 200 some days of NoFap and then just fell off, and he's back. And I don't really know where this whole video is going. It was gonna have a topic, but I've said a lot, and we will see how this Saturday goes. But yeah, urges. I almost relapsed last night. I almost gave in to my mind. It's just like, I've gone too far with this NoFap thing to go back to day one. And do I wish this streak would have been better? Do I wish I would have been more consistent with other habits during the streak? Yes. Do I have this perfectionist mindset of like starting over and wanting like a perfect streak? I do. Sometimes part of me just wants us to start over and like say, okay, I'm gonna be consistent with every single thing from now on. Start fresh from everything. But that's not the way to go. And the winter arc, completely lost it with that, and starting again fresh. What they say, Thursday. I'll probably start really documenting more of that after the race coming up. My mind's really focused on this race now, and I've got other topic ideas from, like, I want to introduce you to like my mentor, my trading mentor, and what he says, and like the nuggets of wisdom that he's always supplying me with. And I've got all these opportunities in this life, and I just want to utilize it. And I want to stop wasting time. And then now that I've finished with this show called The Rings of Power, which took up a lot of time, which I'm actually grateful for the time I get to spend watching the show with my dad, because it's family time, and family time is precious, but I have to kind of earn that family time, and I'm not earning it. I'm still, it's no consistency. There's no consistency. And yeah, I know. I've said so many of these videos, like, this is what I want, but life is hard. Like, not life, but like this mind is so programmed to want to just self-sabotage me. And this journey isn't about staying off of porn. It's not about transmuting that sexual energy. It's not about achieving my goals and dreams. It's not about any of that. It's just about being who I say I am, who I say I want to be each and every day. And taking the steps necessary. And then with those steps, with the necessary steps, being able to look back and say, damn, the goals just kind of showed up by being who I said I was going to be. Like, it wasn't going towards the goals and dreams, it was just doing the everyday necessary steps. And eventually the goals kind of come to you. It's like, it's not about staying off of porn. It's not about trying to stay away from junk food. It's not about trying to do any of that. It's about eating the right foods, getting outside, doing the right necessary habits, spending less time on your phone, moving your body, strength training, meditation. And with that, the porn kind of goes away. You start to enjoy life more. You start to waste less time. You start to go on more creative endeavors. But yeah, shout out to also the, what is it? The storm. It's not Hurricane Helen. It was, man, I'm sorry, wait a minute, I forgot, but it was in Florida, this storm thing. And I was just thinking of it. Anyways, I have subscribers that watch me from Florida, I remember, and hope the storm hasn't affected you all too much. And same with Hurricane Helen, if I have anyone who that has affected. And yes, there's so much stuff to be grateful for. And I feel blessed. But what am I going to do with this blessed life that I have? Like, I have so many opportunities at my fingertips. Like, I'm not in a third world country. I have so many opportunities and I'm not taking it, and that's what's messing with my mind and head. And so yeah, shout out to Mike, V, Johan, Winman. Shout out to all my subscribers who watch me ramble. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, like it's hard. It's hard trying to create a new life. It's hard trying to reprogram your mind from what it's always been used to. It's hard to create a new life when the old life is so programmed into your subconscious mind. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a lot of sacrifices. How bad do we want this? Like, how bad do I want to be on this journey of NoFap and celibacy? That requires diverting my focus and attention when I see potentially triggering materials. Will I eventually maybe get to the point where I'm strong enough to be able to see the materials and not let it affect me? I don't know. That's hard to tell with an addict's brain, because someone who has addictive tendencies and behaviors, one potential triggering material, urge, trigger can spiral out of control. And I have an addictive personality. I'm an all or nothing kind of person. And I need to, as soon as the thought comes of relapsing, I need to change that thought. I need to I need to catch it when it's small. And whether that's an urge to have some chips, an urge to have some pumpkin pie, some sweets, an urge to have some chocolate, an urge to just be lazy, I need to catch it then. And the best remedy to that is action, is to do things right then and there when you catch it. If I keep ruminating on the thought, it just grows. If I keep pushing and procrastinating what needs to get done, then there's more likely a chance that it never getting done. And I know we can do it. Like I know we can do it. I know I can master the markets. I know I can be a trader. I know I can get in the best shape of my life. I know I can read and absorb all this knowledge. It just takes time. And I know I can be celibate for a year. It just takes averting my gaze, averting my focus, not playing with fire. And I know Ian can blow up on YouTube. I know Ian can save the money. I know Ian can get like in some great shape. Also, shout out to Ian's adventure. I know we can all make it. I know Johan can achieve his goals and dreams. I know he can blow up on YouTube too. Like all it takes is one video to blow up. I know Robert from Kelly. I know all these people who are just good people and who we all deserve our version of successes. And it's just going to require a lot of time, effort, patience, struggles, tough days. I know, like, shout out to Winman, shout out to just everybody. I know we can all do it. I know we can get exactly what we set out to get in this life. It's going to require all of us, like every being of us. And we need to get rid of the stuff that is holding us back in this life. Because if we want, whatever we concoct, whatever the word is, in our minds, like all these dreams, they came to us for a reason. And we can achieve those, but it's going to require sacrifices. And we can do it. I know we can. This was a long one. And if you made it this far, comment cat, because why not? For the most part, the really big thing I'm focusing on is the race coming up, getting in the right mindset, because I don't know how that's going to turn out. But it's going to be a good test. Good test to see where my mind goes when my body's broken. But yeah, catch you all tomorrow. Peace.